Hello there guys, it's Cosmochlo here, welcome back to my channel. My god, what the hell did I just inhale? Jesus, I think I just inhaled some dust or something. Firstly, if you can hear the hoover, mum and dad are hoovering. It's Christmas Eve and I'm sitting in my bedroom filming a video and they're hoovering. Lovely Christmas Eve. Anyway, I'm bringing you a video today about my Invisalign journey so far. My last video was about my first 24 hours. Tomorrow I'm about to put my 8th retainer in, my 8th Invisalign, which means I've been doing this for 8 weeks now, so I feel like I'm pretty experienced of what's going on. So let's talk about it. In my first initial appointment they gave me 10 retainers. This is my 8th for tomorrow, my 9th, and then my 10th, and then I go back to the orthodontist. I'll get a batch more. I don't know how much more he'll give me. He might give me another 10, who knows. And I'm also getting rubber bands in that appointment because part of my experience, my journey, is also moving my jaw a little bit forward because I've got quite a big overbite. So I haven't got the rubber bands now, I've just got normal Invisalign, all on its own, shining in its glory. My personal experience has been really like amazing. I haven't had any issues so far and hopefully I don't have any. I did a lot of research before I got Invisalign, watching videos like this, so maybe you're somebody who's watching this video thinking about getting Invisalign, and a lot of the videos did have not horror stories, like nobody had a story that was horrific, but people were saying like that they caused them a lot of issues, discomfort, annoying, and it scared me, it really did, but I knew this is something I wanted to do, so I did it. And I'm 8 weeks in and I'm never looking back, like literally never looking back. I'm so happy so far. There's a couple of things I want to go through, so we're just going to jump straight into it. Let's go. Firstly, let's talk about the pain. So the first 24 hours, I didn't have any pain. It was just really tight, like really tight, which is understandable. And then the next morning, I was like, oh my God, my gums are sore. They felt sore up here where the retainer was rubbing. And I thought, this is it. I'm gonna have weeks and weeks and weeks of having to file down retainers, of having to wear Bonjela, having to just be talking like you're in loads of pain. Actually, after that, like the first, I wanna say 48 hours, that like was gone. It never formed into an ulcer, it didn't bleed, it was just rubbing a little bit, and I think it was just because there's a foreign object in your mouth, your body hasn't got a clue what's going on, it's never felt anything touch there before, it's freaking out. It's understandable, you'd freak out, you would be like, I don't know what I'm saying, but you know what I mean. After that, in terms of wearing them daily, I haven't had any pain, nothing at all. I haven't had any ulcers, as I said. I've not had to wear Bonjela. I've thankfully not had to file any more of them down, because my first one, as I said, I filed them down that first day because of that pain. No more filing, nothing like that, no discomfort or pain while wearing them. And in terms of changing my retainer, again, I take the old one out. As I put the new one in, there's tightness. It's never as tight as it at that, like your first initial Invisalign you put in, that's tight. Again, bearable, not painful, but it's really tight and you're like, oh my Lord. Now, every time I change weekly, which is every Friday evening, it's tight, but you literally, you don't even think about it. Like I'm not sitting there going, ooh, oh, that's so sore, that's tight. I literally just pop it in and I'm like, cool, I'm going to bed now, bye. And by the time the morning comes, the tightness is still there, but you're not even thinking about it. Like you're just so immune to that feeling, if that makes sense. I think it does. Maybe I've got lucky, maybe I've had a really good experience, but my pain level has been 0 so far. Like literally I couldn't even tell you there's been any pain, because there really hasn't. I want to talk about the ease of wearing them and like the practicality of them. So every day I wear them. You have to wear them, they say minimum 22 hours, no, they say minimum 18 hours a day, but ideally 22 hours a day. So I always aim for that 22-hour mark. But if I don't make it, I still think, well, actually, I've still done 21 hours. But 9 times out of 10, I'm doing 22 hours a day, which is perfect because it keeps you on track. I pop them out very last minute when I'm about to have breakfast. So literally the second I'm about to take that bite, I'm like, oh, hold on, clip them out, eat, chill for like breakfast takes like half an hour, like all in all, I say I give myself half an hour. There is an app called Invisalign on your phone that you can get, and you can time yourself, which I did do for the first few weeks. I was doing that, I was timing it, I wanted to track how long I was having my retainers in and out. But now I've just got so used to how long half an hour is, or so used to the time or checking the time, it just becomes really natural now. So I literally pop them out, I eat my breakfast, which takes like 5 minutes depending on what I'm eating, and then I just have like 10 minutes without them in, so I can have a drink. Maybe I have toast and porridge, like I have something else. Make sure I'm definitely full up, because you can't snack throughout the day, remember that. And then once I'm done, brush my teeth, brush my retainers, retainer back in, and then I don't take them out till lunchtime. It's literally so easy. And at work at lunch I only get half an hour, so then I know that's half an hour, so now I've only had them out an hour for the whole day. And then come dinner time, I take them out, literally just as dinner's being served up and put on the table, and then I think to myself, well, I've got like a whole hour to have them out. Obviously I don't need to have them out for the whole hour, but I'm not rushed. I'm like, cool, there's no rush. I eat my dinner, have a 10-minute break, have some breakfast, because you have to have, not breakfast, pudding, because you have to have pudding, and then back in they go afterwards. Like, it's so easy, it's such a breeze. The first few days are going to be difficult. You're going to be like, I can't take these out and put them back in, it just seems impossible. I promise you it will become, literally, you could do it with your, well, you can do it with your eyes closed. Once you know the knack, and also where the points are in your mouth. Like if I try to take my bottom retainer out in this corner, it doesn't do it. If I do it in this corner, it clips really perfectly out. So I promise you, you will get there. It will literally just take maybe a week to really get used to it, and then afterwards you'll be fine. One thing I do struggle with, and again, it's not even like a massive struggle, is just snacking. I really try to have a big breakfast and make sure I'm full, because I won't be eating until lunchtime. And if I'm on a late shift at work, sometimes lunch can be a lot later than I had breakfast, so it's something to really think about. And also, especially because it's Christmas time, everyone's snacking throughout the day. Like at work, we have so many sweets, we had donuts the other day, and you just sit there and you're like, I can't eat it. And it's not necessarily that you can't, because technically if you wanted to, you could pop them out, have a snack and pop them back in. But I always think to myself, if it's going to take longer for me to take them out, brush my teeth, brush the retainer and put them back in than it would to eat the donut, don't eat the donut. Like, that sounds a bit stupid. So what I did do was I took the donut home and had it at home after dinner. But yeah, like, that's the only thing that's annoying. I haven't been to any restaurants yet because of COVID. I haven't really seen many people, but I'm not embarrassed by them, I'm not fazed by them, I don't mind that I wear them. I don't think, oh god, no one look at my teeth please. I know there's a few people on YouTube who are like, they're not invisible, but they're called Invisalign. Yeah, they're not absolutely invisible. If you're up close, of course you can see them, but they're pretty good going considering. I want to talk about how my teeth currently look. I'm really happy with them. As I said, I'm about to start week 8, so my teeth are still wonky. They're still not perfectly straight. There still are imperfections. But just by looking at them, even now, like I'm wearing them, there's a mirror there, hence why I'm looking over here. I'm talking and I'm looking at them and I'm like, they're already so much more straighter. They're still wonky, but they're still so straight. And it literally is giving me such a confident boost. And I just can't wait to the day where they go, that's the end of your treatment now. And I'm gonna be like, oh my god, like this is it. Like this is now my forever smile. I cannot wait for that day. But yeah, I'm so happy with the results. I'm so happy with how they're looking, and we're not even halfway. We're like literally a dent into it. And they just look so good. Sorry this video has been very rambly. I appreciate you staying with me, it really means a lot. Briefly, I just want to go over quickly about cleaning them. So what I do is I change them on a Friday night. So on Saturday and Sunday I don't see anybody, I'm literally just in my room, and then Monday I'm at work, and by Monday I'm like, oh, they could do with a clean, but I can get away with an extra day. Like obviously I brush them every day, every time I take them out and every time I put them back in I brush them, so they are like as clean can be. But you do just think, they're starting to get a bit grubby. And so on Tuesday morning, I wash them. I use Retainer Bright, which is this here. You just get a tablet, you put it in some warm water, and you do that for 15 minutes, and it just cleans them up to look as good as new. My dad actually took a lot of coffee cups from his work, so I could have like a cup per week. to do that in, just so I wasn't using the glass from downstairs, because mum's a bit funny about that. But yeah, like, it's so easy to do. There's not any issues with it. Like, you literally just drop them in. 15 minutes later, you take them out, give them a good rinse, put them back in. You glitz and glam. As I said, overall my experience has been really good so far. On week 5 and a bit of 6, I did struggle. I was very unwell. I was quite poorly. So it meant that throughout the day, I felt really sick. I felt like I couldn't do a lot. I had time off work. I was really struggling and I wasn't eating a lot. But because of that, the thought of my retainer being in my mouth made me feel sick. Obviously psychological, I know that. I know it's all in my head. So if I took my retainer out, I'd eat breakfast, and then I just couldn't bring myself to put the retainer back in. It really made me feel sick. So there was the odd day during week 5, maybe about 3 days, where I didn't wear them constantly. I wore them up till breakfast and took them out up until dinner, and then I put them in after dinner and not take them out till the next day. And I felt it when I went to change my retainer for the following week. The retainer, I could put it in, but it wasn't sitting as nicely as it could. It wasn't cozy. It was like, oh, like this is like what's going on here. There was no coziness about it. So I'd opt to wear that retainer for a few more days, like my previous retainer, just to make sure that that movement was there and that was strong. And so now I'm finally back on track. But really try to stick to that 22 hours a day. If you can't, just if it's the odd day, like tomorrow's Christmas Day, and I know that they're probably going to be out the majority of the day, like at Christmas dinner they're going to be out, I'll put them back in after Christmas dinner. But then come the evening where you're eating all your sweets and stuff, that's going to be hard, that's going to be painful. Oh, but I keep telling myself it's just one day, it's just one day. Again, sorry this video has been so rambly. I hope you've enjoyed it, that little update from me. If you want to see more videos from me about the Invisalign, I'm really happy to do it. I'd be happy to do a Q&A. I can do about what I carry around with me in terms of brushing my teeth, and I'll do a check-in when I get my rubber bands, so like everyone kind of is up to date with everything. Like, I'm really happy to do that. But that's kind of all I have to say at the moment. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Leave me some comments down below and we'll go from there. Take care, guys. See you later. Bye.